Hey, to those that are watching in my journey, I gotta turn off this phone and go to bed. But I feel like God is smiling down on me in the midst of everything. I did do an aeration today with my new machine. Pulled very good plugs in, and not that dry soil, and I got it a tiny, well, we're gonna say a 5,000 square foot yard aerated in 12 minutes without killing myself in pain. I spent more time driving to the job site than I actually did doing the job. And so I'm in a liquid plan of trying to figure out how I can best serve my customers and make a profit. I think I could easily go out and do 4, 5, or 6, or 7,000 square foot lawns in under an hour. Save my customers a tremendous amount of money. And if you want a good offer, you got to offer a great deal. I can do so freaking much, so freaking fast without breaking my back. It makes me very competitive. Can I run that business model forever? I don't know. That's where I'm. Today was almost like a dry run or a fake, not how to say this, a test run for me. It was still very much a test run of timing myself to the location, timing myself, allowing for a standard amount of time talking and a standard amount of time. I certainly didn't get rich on this one because I drove all over to get the seed. But if I was more prepared, I had a truckload full of seed in my truck. And I spent a lot of time to provide a phenomenal service for much less. And so although I was only on the job site for 25 minutes, a lot went into that 25 minutes. It's like a doctor giving somebody an invoice for $150 for 20 minutes worth of work, and that's a hell of a deal, but what they had to go through to be able to do that. And that doesn't necessarily mean they're making a profit at the end of the day. But I kind of met somebody who came through for me today, but I spent my profit on dumbbells at a price that I have more than enough of them, and if I have to, God forbid, I have an immediate way out financially. Hopefully I can keep them. I think I have more than enough free weights now for a long time to come. I have most of what I need. I got a good deal on the spreader, which I used today. And so I'm told it's okay to start seeding now, but you've got to water because they can't let it dry out. And hopefully I can be very efficient for my customers, have an amazing fall, and pay a lot of bills and not be in poverty. I spend 99% of the time focusing on what I can do different and better and not blaming. Because if I was right, I'd have to prove it, and if I could prove it, they'd be mad as hell and we'd have a drama. I'm all about things getting handled well and in a warm, fuzzy, kumbaya, Stephen Covey church sermon, Henry Cloud Boundaries book type of a way. I've been doing this for a very long time, and one thing you can tell, I sure as I'm blankety blank not going to give up. If the grass is greener on the other side of your fence, you water your lawn. Every day I have a pre and post game review. Better with my sleep patterns, but not totally today. But I still got cut my caffeine intake in half, which I think will help me sleep. And trying to steer, somebody called me today, and I kind of felt like they wanted information. And how do I be firm? They say a gentle answer turns away wrath, yet a harsh word stirs up dissension. How do I take that phone call and make it to my advantage? So I create a team, yet say firmly, don't be. It's a slippery slope, man. And I think I do it as well as anyone could be expected to. But it looks like my unwillingness to give up is going to lead to an amazing comeback. An amazing comeback. And all my thoughts today as I journal and I tell my story and I try to make it about me. If I were to write a book about my life, it would only be fair. Or it would to say it would be even a sin if I did not dedicate a chapter to all the wonderful things my mother has done and all the wonderful things my grandmother and father have done. This may shock you that I am not perfect and my family is not. But my heart is for love and for healing and for peace. And it's not always that way in life. It was just on my heart to say that. As I try to say what's relevant and important. I've paid a lot of bills this year in spite of COVID. I've had a lot of good things and a lot of bad things happen in my life. But with this phone call today, it's like, how do I handle that? I don't want to start a war. I don't want to say, F you, buddy. But I want to stand up for myself, and that is so... And forgive me because I'm a little jumpy, and there's a reason for that. I pretty much like to meet a beautiful woman and snuggle. Which is why I have a dog, which I think is true love. Good night and peace to all. And I feel like I made some good decisions. I feel like God's kind of shining down on me. Even though I got a phenomenal deal and I have an exit strategy on what I spent money on. Yeah. I could use it for a long time and sell it in a second. It's going to be very... what I'm going through for those who care. So what can I do for you now? Aerations. Cheap. Like, ridiculously cheap. I think I can do them unbelievably ridiculously cheaper than ever and better. Cheaper and better than ever. How long can I sustain that? I don't know. I like that little last song. Kind of like my ass. Nice to meet you, Holland. Oh, nice to meet you. Sorry, I should not post that.